Trust issue she got, only sipping Ciroc. Spent more than she made, now she doesn't like what she bought. Stressing over the luxurious things, but all the diamonds in the world doesn't make up a queen. Call me 19 times tonight, don't tell me you're fine. You got a beautiful smile, what a perfect disguise.
What's up, my queens? It's Celestina, the AB Queen, back on the YouTube scene. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey girl, and if you're a new person watching by the end of this video, you're gonna want to subscribe. And welcome back to the Queendom. So this video is a very special type of video today. As you can tell by the title, girl, we are going to be getting into all things albinism. Okay, I'm going to be opening up to y'all a little bit in this video, you know, just sharing my experiences and talking about albinism, things like that. Today is National Albinism Awareness Day, and I kind of just wanted to make a video this year because I usually just post pictures and I have a caption and whoop whoop. But I really just wanted to just sit down, make a video, and really just give y'all a breakdown about albinism. So I feel like it was only right to do it on this day. So yeah, if you guys want to see me chit chat, talk about albinism, and do my makeup at the same time, then I suggest you just keep on watching. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite queen back on the YouTube scene. Back at it again. Y'all, how have you guys been? I know it's been a while since I done popped in and checked up on y'all, but I hope y'all doing good, and I hope y'all are flourishing, growing, learning. Okay, yes ma'am. We're gonna start off by, you know, just putting on the primer. Y'all know that's my Fenty Beauty hydrating primer. So today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about albinism. And you know, just my experience of going through it, of being it, not just going through it. But yeah, my experience, me growing up with albinism, me being a grown woman with albinism, you know. And Albinism Awareness Day is June 13th, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make a whole video, because I did tell y'all one day I was gonna do a video on albinism. I didn't know when, but I was like, I feel like this would be the perfect time to just do it, like, you know, I feel like it'll be really, really nice. So yeah, I'm here to, you know, spill the beans, give the tea. So if you're ready to sip, then girl, let's just go ahead and get into it. So I feel like I'm gonna be rambling in this video, so all products that I'm gonna be using are gonna be linked below. I just want to just go right in, you know, straight to doing my makeup. So I feel like I'm gonna give y'all a little background history on what albinism is, and then once we get done with that, I'll talk about my experience with living with it, and then after that we'll get into like the stigmas and stereotypes and, like, you know, all that other stuff. I feel like that's how I want to break down this video. Oh, and I do have my fan on in the back. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but girl gotta stay cool, honey, because it be hot up in here. You know, it's hot weather. I'm a hot girl. It's hot in the house. Like, girl, no, I need a fan on, okay? We can start off by, I guess, you know, establishing what albinism is. So I guess we can start off with that. Albinism is a genetic trait. that takes place, and basically it just affects your skin, hair, and eyes. For me and myself, I don't like to consider the definition a disorder, a disease, a condition, or being, you know, disabled. Like, I don't define albinism as that, because no, I feel like people be trying to really play with us. Like, oh, it's a disease, these people are freaks, like woo woo woo. Like, no, it's really so simple. So I don't classify albinism as those terms. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. So regardless of what Google or Wikipedia tell you, I'm telling you what it is. Okay, so along with it affecting the eyes, the skin, and the hair, normally our skin is a very, very light / pale complexion, and our the hair on our body, the hair on our head, our eyebrows, our eyelashes, usually the hair is white or blonde. In my case, I've seen both. Like, I've seen, like, for instance, my eyebrows are white. Like, yeah, we're gonna call it spade a spade. My lashes are kind of white too, but they have like a little blonde tint to them. My eyebrows are definitely like the whitest part, like, on my body. The hairs on my body are white too, but the color of my hair is like a yellowish, like a golden type of look. If you see my real hair, then you know those are the basic effects of it. The reason why people call albinism a disability is because our vision is very low. My short term for albinism is AB. So, you know, I'll be saying like my AB guys, my AB queens, you know, AB, you know, ooh. So just keep that in mind, because I'm going to shorten that term, because I'm not going to keep saying that. When it comes to vision, it varies. Like, I personally do not have to wear glasses. I feel like they do not help. They don't help me see at all. Like, I've tried different prescriptions, I've tried different lenses. Like, it does not work. It doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? Like, I've really tried. Like, some people just be like, oh, you just don't want to wear glasses. I'm like, no. Like, the older I got, I really saw, you know, no change in me wearing glasses. I'm like, bro, everything still looks the exact same. Like, there's no need, bro. There's no need. But in some other cases, I know that people with albinism do have to wear glasses, and it does work for them. And it's like, I'm glad it does, because I wish it. Do I really wish it worked for me? I mean, probably not, because God already knew I wasn't gonna wear them for real. So I mean, hey. But like I said, for others, you know, glasses works, and for others it don't. But we all see on a low scale. So we can see objects, we can see people, we can see, you know what I mean, like normal stuff, just like the next person who wear glasses or wear contacts. And that's another thing, we cannot wear contacts. It's not recommended for us to wear contacts. I haven't met anyone who's worn contacts. There's probably some out there, I don't know, but we can't wear contacts because our eyes shake, our eyes move back and forth, and that is called nystagmus. You can look up this definition if you want to, but basically it's a movement of the eyes which can go back and forth, up, down, in a circle. Your eyes could wander off, things like that. So that's why the doctor does not like recommend us wearing contacts, because the contacts can get stuck in the corner of our eyes, and they just get really painful and really annoying to deal with. So they just, you know, try to stay away from contacts. If you ever see, you know, our eyes shaking or whatever, like, that's the term for it. And it's so crazy because when I'm like really mad, or like, especially when I'm mad, child, oh my god, like when I'm mad, you could definitely tell like my eyes are going rapid. I'm talking like not normally rapid, not normally how they would move. I'm talking just like moving irrationally. Yeah, I've already laid down my base and everything off of camera. I just have to finish my brows, but y'all really didn't miss nothing. So, and just letting y'all know, I'm going to be using the Boom Drastic Ultra 90s palette by Diamond Lane Cosmetics. Just letting y'all know. Now let's move back on the reason why our skin is so pale and our, you know, hair in our body and whatnot is because basically from it being from genetics, when we're born, we basically have no melanin in our skin. So that is the reason why everything on us is so light. Now, not having any melanin does not take away from the fact that I am 100% black. Okay, like period. Period. I'm not mixed with anything. Not mixed. You know, I get that question all the time. What are you mixed with? Are you mixed? You just gotta be mixed with something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of your parents gotta be white. And I'm just like, no, both my parents are very much black. Okay? No. Now, I am not Bill Nye, the science guy. Like, seriously. Okay, so I'm not gonna give you a rundown of like the chromosomes and X and Y and DNA strands and stuff like that. I'm not that. I'm just not that girl, okay? So if you want to know further information as to why, you know, this happens so genetically, you have to look that up on your own because, baby girl, I cannot give you that analysis, okay? But yeah. So basically that means one or both of the parents carry the albinism trait. And I think it was more on my dad's genes than my mom's, I believe so. The eyes could be a light color, anywhere from like, you know, really like blue, green, blue. My eyes are gray because my dad's eyes are gray, so my eyes are. So depending on what type of clothes I wear, like what type of shirt or whatever, and what type of makeup I have on, it like varies what kind of eye color it is. Like it could look very green one day, it could look very blue the next, like, you know. So that's just me personally. I don't know about anybody else. But, so we can't be in the sun for too long without any like sunscreen on. People do that normally, like you put sunblock on when you're like in the sun and stuff. But for us, it's just, it doesn't matter if we do put sunscreen on, it's still, we cannot be out there for a long period of time. No, we cannot tan. No, that's just not a thing. Because when we get sunburned versus somebody else is way different. Our sunburns are very intense to the point where it can cause like boils on our skin. Like I've had that happen to me one time when I was in like Tennessee or something. I don't know, we went on vacation when I was like what, 8, 9, and it was so crazy because the day I had went to the water park or the beach or whatever, it wasn't even, the sun wasn't even shining for real. Like the sun was really not out. But I forgot what my mom had explained to me in the doctor. But even though it's still, the sun is not out, if it's hot outside, you know, you could still potentially get a sunburn being out there too long. And I'm thinking I'm having the time of my life. I'm like, the sun not out here, I'm good. I still put sunscreen on. I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't have to, you know, go in earlier than expected. And girl, the next day I woke up, I was red as a tomato, bro. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I have pictures of that, but not digital. Like, the pictures are like in like, you know them old cameras you take pictures of and you print out the photos. Yeah, pictures of that. I wish I could show y'all, but girl, y'all wouldn't even want to see. And it was everywhere. Like, I was literally so red. Like, I was so red in my face. I was red all over my arms, my back, my legs, everywhere. And it hurt so bad, y'all. And I had a couple boils too on my arms and my face. Child, when I tell you, it was literally hell. Like, it hurt so bad. The boils was just, it was disgusting. Like, they was popping and like they was leaking. Oh my god, worst experience ever. But I just put some aloe vera on it, you know, it went away in a couple days, so it wasn't too bad. But we just try to avoid the sun as much as we can. Well, for me, when it's really hot, because we are like prone to, you know, skin cancer, more prone to skin cancer and stuff like that. So, you know, even though we can put on SPF and all this other stuff, like, I just rather not be in the sun too long, because no. But we can still, you know, have a good time. We can still go outside. We can still like live our normal lives just like you, just like the next person. So now we can get into, you know, my life experiences and how I grew up and how I'm handling, you know, things now as a grown woman. And I'll definitely be recommending some AB queens in my description box below, just so y'all can go, you know, check out their pages, check out, you know, the greatness that we're producing out here. Like, we're putting out, like, we were really repping for the albinism community, and I love to see it. So y'all should just not only follow me, but, you know, follow my fellow AB queens as well, because when I say we doing it and doing it well, oh baby, I can say so myself that we're really doing it better than the normal people out here. You know, but they don't want to have that conversation. Being from the small town that I'm from, when I was younger, let's go there. When I was younger, like I said, being from the small town I was from, I wouldn't really see anyone with albinism, like, at all. Not up until probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I knew I was normal. I just knew that, you know, I was, you know, just different, you know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't to the point where I was just like, oh, I'm an outcast, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I was younger then. This is around, like I said, first, second grade. So at this point, I'm not even really thinking about me having albinism. I'm just, you know, being a little child in first and second grade. So the older I got, you know, moving up into like the 4th, 5th grade, child, that's when like the whole just swarm of being albinism just hit me. Like, people would ask me questions. I was getting questions 24/7 by other people. People in public would look at me so weird, especially, you know, when I was with like my family or my mom or whatever the case may be. We will always get those questions like, oh, that's your daughter? Is she adopted? Woo-doo-woo-woo. You know, she was like, no, this is very much my daughter. She came out of my womb, period. Shout out to Mom Dukes for always defending me as a child. Now I can defend myself as a grown woman, because I will step to anybody trying to play me. Please don't try it. Please don't try it. Oh, and what's another question I would get? Oh, why do you oh my gosh, I used to hate this in school. People would be like, why you looking at your paper so hard? Like, why is it so close to your face? And I just be like, because I can't see. Move right along. Like, why does it concern you? Like, I just don't understand. Like, and like I said, us being kids, I know kids are curious, but you parents need to teach y'all kids to just mind their business. So around this time, I would come home from school, and before I went to school, you know, my mama, she was just always like, girl, not girl, but hun, you're beautiful, you're uniquely made, don't let nobody tell you different. So being told that 24/7, you know, that's what, having that installed in my head, like that's what I, you know, believe, that's what I would start telling myself in the mirror. I took that advice like the little girl I was, and I took that to heart. Okay, now we moving up into like 6th and 7th grade, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Yeah. So at this point, I was just, you know, I was just mopping through the school streets. Like I really didn't care at this point. I already knew I was that girl. Like, you gonna tell me nothing, honestly. Like, I just didn't care. I was like, I'm not gonna have this shackling me. Like, no, like, cause I can do the same stuff y'all doing, period. So until I was homeschooled, I had haters, honey. And if I finished school, if I finished high school in an actual school, oh, the girls would have been real upset. But that's another story for another day. And I wasn't homeschooled because I had albinism. No, I was homeschooled because I was ready to be the bitch up. Okay, so don't think she's homebound now, because she probably couldn't survive high school. No, sweetie, no. Now y'all know when y'all go to school and y'all have tests, quizzes, paperwork, all this other stuff. Y'all know the fine print be this thick, it be this small. So me having albinism, I would have to like look into my paper because it'll be so small. I'm just like, what the heck? My mom will always like recommend the administration to make accommodations for me having albinism when it came to like my tests and quizzes and stuff like that, to enlarge the letter print on my papers and stuff. So I, you know, wouldn't have to look that close into a piece of paper, because over time, like, my neck would start to hurt, and so I would wake up with neck pain, go to sleep with neck pain. Like, literally, it was the worst. I don't have that no more, but in school, like, that would be the death of me. So I feel like, I think in 6th or 7th grade, I had like a little platform. Hold on, this eyeliner not coming out. I had like a little platform thingy, and it wasn't even that huge. It was like probably like a regular desk length, but it was like a little platform that was slanted. So when you put your paper on it, it elevates the paper closer to you, so you don't have to lean so far down on your desk. You feel what I'm saying? And just to say, that didn't really work as well as I thought it would. I very much so still had problems with my neck. Still, when I got to 8th grade, we tried a different method. Now this is where stuff gets sticky. So in 8th grade, this is where my like confidence kind of, it was there, but it was just deteriorating a little, because like the way I felt when I was in 8th grade, I had moved to a new school then, so I had to meet all new friends, all that stuff. Thank God my best friend was by my saw it, honey, she was like my guardian angel. She still is. So like I said, we had moved to a new school, and so girl, child, we thought the school we was coming from, which was bad, we thought coming from that going to that school was gonna be a little bit better. Girl, it was worse. It was the worst, girl. So basically, they just always had an excuse and a complaint as to why they had to accommodate me, you know, and enlarge my work and my stuff versus everybody else. They just made it seem like it was just such a hard task for them to do, you know. And you know, if you know my mama, you know she wasn't playing that, you know what I'm saying? So we had multiple meetings with the administration, with the principal, with all of that, you know, multiple meetings, and they still act like they didn't want to do the simple things we asked, you know what I'm saying? And now that I'm thinking about it, in 8th grade we did have a couple like special needs kids, like just a couple. It was probably just like 1 or 2, and which I thought would make it easier for them to accommodate me, because it's like, okay, well, you're already dealing with this, you know what I'm saying? But, and to think about it, like I said, they probably was treating them less than 2, like who knows, you know? That school only went up to 8th grade. So, you know, at that point I had already enrolled and stuff, so my mom was just like, you know, tough it out, woo, woo, you know, it's not gonna be that long, whatever. So after, you know, later in the school year, it kind of got a little better, but you know, hey, whatever. It took hella tries, but you know, they got it together, you know. Alright. So there was research done, and then so basically we just found out like there's this, you know, machine that enlarges, you know, your paper. And when I say this machine really, like I had this, oh that's crazy, because now I'm just remembering, like I had that machine when I was in 2nd grade. I used it in 2nd grade, and I think I used it in 3rd grade, and I didn't use it, I think I used it in 4th grade, but I didn't use it in 5th and 6th and 7th grade. So when 8th grade came about, like I said, going back and forth with them, you know, making it seem like it was so hard to enlarge some paper, child. My mom was like, oh well, you know, she does have a machine that she used, you know, when she was younger. If it still works, then we probably could, you know, use that or whatever. And at this big age, the machine was huge, y'all. The machine is huge. Like the machine is bigger than like a desktop computer. Like when I say it's huge, yo, like the TV monitor is like huge, and then you have the little panel where at the bottom where your papers, your books or whatever could go up under, so the monitor up on the bottom can read your paper. And then when it's placed up on the monitor, you know, it comes up on the big screen and you can see everything. And it had like little buttons and stuff on there where you could like enlarge stuff if you wanted to. Like you could zoom in, you could zoom out, you could change the colors. It was a real fine machine, I ain't gonna lie, but I just did not want to use it in 8th grade. Like at that point, you know, like 8th grade is so critical, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like I was grown at that point. I was like a little older. So I was just like, I don't want to use this. Like, I don't want to do this. But like I said, me being there only for 1 year, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna tough it out and I'm gonna use it, whatever. So I used it, and I really didn't like it, because when you're in, of course, you know, I couldn't see, so I would always have to sit in front of the classroom, and I hated that too, because it's just like, bro, like, ew, Like, I'm already an outcast, dog, and now I gotta sit in front of the classroom and shit. And so and this what made me so insecure. Like, sitting in front of the classroom with this big machine on my desk, me doing my work. And it's like, okay, yeah, nobody's supposed to be paying attention to your work, but it's a huge machine in the room. Who's not gonna up and glance at it? You feel what I'm saying? And so you're probably wondering, like, oh, well, how does she take her quizzes and tests? You know, people cheat off you. Like, nah, I would just take, you know, I would do those in a separate room, so I would have to move that machine into a separate room, and then I would do my tests and quizzes like that. So, you know, obviously nobody could cheat on my paper and that like that. So going through that for a whole school year, like I said, that kind of made me like a little insecure when I was in school. Not outside of school, but when I was in school, definitely. I was just like, I'm not feeling this. I do not want to do this. Like, it's just like. And at that time, I had stopped wearing glasses. I think I had stopped wearing glasses because, like I said, that's when I really noticed. As I got older, the more I noticed that they just don't work for me. I had to deal with that for the rest of the school year, and I'm just like, bruh. But I did what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So fast forward to 9th grade, because that's really all that happened in 8th grade. That was really significant, or whatever the case may be. Moving on to 9th grade. Good child. Trash. So trash schools, okay? Trash. We will always have meetings with the administration. They act like they couldn't accommodate me properly. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? So my mom, she was not having it. She was not having it twice in a row. So baby girl, what she do? Call up the board of education, please. Okay, because we not playing. We're not playing. So call the board of education, woo, 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 you know what I'm saying, tell these people to accommodate my daughter, period. So we had a little rustle and tussle with them. And I didn't use my machine. No, I did not use it in high school, because, you know, in high school, like, it was different, because you would have to go from hall to hall over here, cross country, and do all this other stuff to go to get to your class. So that wasn't an option for me. So yeah, they got right with the accommodating, whatever the case in school. Like, my mama told these teachers once what it was, what it's not gonna be, and I mean, they kind of, you know, stuck with it. You know, this is when the bullying or the picking started back when I was in 9th grade. And these people used to call me Casper. These people used to call me a ghost. These people used to call me, I remember this one time, this girl, you know, because she thought I wanted her man wanted me. But I remember she was just going off on me, and she was like, you albino roach. I was like, girl, okay. At the time, you know, I was pissed, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely don't take comments as harsh now as I did when I was in school. Now I really just don't give a F. All types of stuff. They was like, oh, you got no eyebrows. Who walks around here eyebrowless? Like, what? And I was like, what the heck, bro? And ooh, that's a lot of glitter. And at this time, the only makeup I was really doing in school was just like my eyeliner, my mascara, my lipstick, and I think that's it. So imagine that. Well, but imagine that, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that time, okay, makeup, like the beat, the brows, the artist, all that, like, that was not in style when I was in 9th grade, like, at all. So I looked pretty normal. I mean, looking at the material, nobody around me was looking better, no way. So looking at the material. It wasn't just like foreign, like, you know what I mean? I would never just not do my brows and just do some eyeliner and some lipstick, like, no. But like I said, back then, like, girl, it didn't really matter for real. But anyways, there was like, you ain't got no eyebrows, you like a shaved albino, woo woo woo. Like, girl, it was just BS all the time. Did I get into it with girls at school like normal people? Yep, I did, period. And you know, having albinism, like, I felt like all the time I had to defend myself 24/7, 365, all the time. Because it's like, I feel like when people come at me, I feel like they coming at two things. I feel like they're coming at me for having albinism, and they're coming at me for whatever issue we have. Yeah, it's just natural for me to just snap back so quick. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, you're not gonna play with me. I don't care. You're not gonna play with me. Yeah. And when I get into arguments and stuff, people be like, I could really say some hurtful things, but I'm not gonna say it. It's like, say it, bro. Like, say it. Say it. Like, trust me. Trust me. There's nothing really out here that I have not heard. Trust me. And on top of that, you cannot hurt my feelings. When I'm defending myself, it's not like I can't handle what you're saying or whatever the case may be. I'm too sensitive. No. A lot of y'all be trying to disrespect me, bro. And expect me not to say nothing. Like, that's not how the game goes, sis. Because you know, if somebody stepped to you and said exactly what you said to me, you'll be going off. So I can say that going through that trauma of having to defend who I am as a human being just for simply having albinism, it definitely affects how I go back and forth with people in my life. I be so ready to put you in check. I be so ready. But being older, I don't really get people who, well, no, that's a lie, because not in person. Like, I don't have people around me who be coming for my albinism, whatever it may be. Because you would definitely get cut off. But online, yeah, like on social media and stuff, I still have people talking crazy. But girl, you making my engagement and my analytics go up, so I don't really care what you say, to be honest. Comment it again, honey. But yeah, that's just, yeah, I don't really care about internet trolls, because 9 times out of 10 you'll never see me in person. 9 times out of 10 if you did see me in person, you're not gonna say what you said. And you just not gonna try me like that in person. Y'all should have got at me when I was like 13, 14, 15. Then I would have cared. But now, girl, I do not be caring for referee anymore. Because it's like, that's so old. Like, who's gonna keep using the albinism jokes? Like, it gets old. It gets really old. Parents, if you're watching and you have a child that has albinism, make sure that you are telling them that they are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you just giving them that reassurance that they're beautiful, they're human, and they're unique. And that's why I'm like, okay, now that I'm looking at it while I'm older, it's like, you know, people will be like, you're just like the other kids. It's like, but in reality, it's like, no, I'm not like the other kids. Like, I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. It's okay to be different, you know. But in the aspect of treating me like a human being and giving me the rights as a human, like, yeah, I'm no different than the other person. But when it comes down to it, it's like, yeah, I'm not like the rest of you lanes. No. I remember one moment I had with myself, and I'll never forget it, one day I was like, I think I was getting up going to school or something, I don't know, and I was just looking in the mirror and I was like, what if I looked like my mom, like my dad, like my brother, like my grandma, like my auntie? Like, how would I look if I had darker skin? You know what I'm saying? I'm not crying, y'all. I'm just, this fan got my eye watering. I just personally was just mind boggled in the mirror, and I was just like trying to picture my face with darker skin, like my body with darker skin. And at the time, I was just being curious, you know. But now I would never sit in the mirror and do that. Like, no. I just told myself, I was just like, you know, like, you're made this way for a reason. God made you like this for a reason, you know. And I always told myself that. I'm like, bruh, this is the way God made you, you know. And it's a purpose and a reason why He made you like this. And I would have never thought in a million years I will be on YouTube doing makeup. I never in a million years I thought I would be into makeup. Like, even though I did it in, you know, middle school and high school, I didn't think I would be full beat in my face, like making it a career, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think I would be doing that. Influencing other women with albinism, you know, like, I just never thought that's how the towel was gonna unfold, sis. But here I am, you know. Nobody told me nothing for real now. Like, you could call me ugly right in my face and I'll be like, girl, you really talking about yourself. The whole insecurity thing is out the window. Been out the window. I'm 21 now. Like, that been out the window ages ago. So you could never ever step to me on how I look, my albinism, my eyes moving back and forth, the way, you know, I hold stuff close to my face. You could never come for me on that type of BS, because number one, it's petty. Number two, what else is your argument, Your Honor? Three, it's just stupid. Like, it's really dumb. Things are better for me, you know. Just the way I love myself, the way I just, you know, can just really flourish into the woman I want to be. I'm really proud of myself for coming this far, for not letting nobody get in my head. Like, you know, going through, like, having albinism and going through that for as long as I could. Like, this is just a backstory, but honestly, going back and forth with schools, going back and forth with doctors, going back and forth with, like, eye doctors, like, everything, that it's a lot. It's a lot when it comes to driving and all of this stuff. Like, it becomes, like, overwhelming to a certain extent. And if you're not a strong person, this could really, like, in a sense, shelter your confidence, and it can really make it be in a box and you not want to, you know, go out and experience things and explore different things and just come out of your shell and be you, because you've been so, like, you felt so, you know, just tiny, I guess, I don't know how to put it, in your younger days. So we're definitely on the rise. People have tried to hide us away in this little corner for too long, but now we are really breaking the beauty standards. We're breaking the society standards. Like, we out here doing it, you know. Like I said, we're not fully on the surface, but we have definitely touched it, and I can't wait until we really blow up and we are really the face of literally everything. Like, the face in the stores, the face of big brands, big companies. I just cannot wait for that. Like, it's definitely coming soon, because like I said, me and my girls, me and my 80 girls, we're doing it, honey. We just experienced the same, you know, same type of struggles and things. So it's just, we can really relate to each other. Like, I really feel like I can't go to somebody who doesn't have albinism and tell them about my struggle, because it's just like they not gonna really understand it for real, because they don't go through it. So just having those people to talk to, and I could just always, you know, I just one call away, hit them up. It's really amazing, and I'm really grateful. Albinism in dating life, I don't have a problem with dating. Men flock to me how they flock to any other woman, girl. So it don't really be no struggle, sis. Like, it don't matter. I got albinism, I'm thick and curvy, voluptuous, and I got a dominant personality. Girl, these men still love me, girl, period. They just don't know what to do with me. I guess we can get into like driving or whatever. I have my permit, but I do not have my license because of my low vision. I'm working on it though. I'm going to get to my license. Don't girl, please. Everything that the doctor tell you that I can't do, the state tell you can't do, the eye doctor tell you can't do, anybody, I'm going to do. Okay, like, that's just period, because I do feel like I have to be that person to prove somebody wrong. Like, you're one man, one woman, you're not God, so you don't make the miracles happen. Okay, you're just here, you know what I'm saying? You don't make the miracles happen. So when people tell me, oh, you're not gonna be able to drive, I bet you I will. I bet you I will. I'm just focused on other things right now, so I really haven't been focused on driving, because I mean, girl, I mean, I have my good cousins and my good friends that, you know, they'll give me a ride, you know what I'm saying? And you know, when it comes to dating and not having a ride, the man is picking me up. I don't care if I do have a car, the man is picking me up. And that's one thing about dating. Like, oh, you gonna pick me up. And when I do get my car, the man still gonna pick me up. Like, I don't play that. That helps me pick and choose what type of dude I'm dealing with. Because it's like, if you're not willing to come get me, then it's like, oh, goodbye. You know what I mean? Especially when you know what type of situation I'm in and you're not willing to come get me out. Hey, okay, I know I ain't supposed to be with you for real. So, yeah, I mean, I really don't have to explain to dudes why I don't drive. I mean, I've had a couple ask me why I don't drive. Usually I don't get questions like that. So, you know, I'm like, you coming to get me because that's the only way you're gonna see me, okay? Like, I'm not taking no Uber to you dudes. Like, I'm not doing none of that. Like, no. That's just the dub. Like, if y'all man can come pick you up for real, oh, then you need to go ahead and cut him off, sis. It's just like, girl. Cause, you know, dudes be real quick. Oh, where you gonna meet me at? Meet you? Oh, you gonna pick me up? Meet you? Please. When I go to restaurants and like outings and stuff, I usually look the menu up online, and I already like know what I want, or whatever the case may be. Because, you know, or I take my phone and I just go on my camera setting and I just take a picture of the menu or like whatever, and I just, you know, zoom in on that. Because, girl, like, I really hate to be that person to hold things up when I'm in public. Like, I really hate to be that person, you know, even though I would check you real quick. I just hate to be that person. So I just make it easier for myself and for other people, you know, and I just, you know, do what I gotta do. I think that's really it. That's really all. I think I've pretty much covered the experiences I've been through so far in my life. If I'm missing anything, you are definitely welcome to ask questions in the comments, because girl, I can go on for days about this type of topic, and I do not have all day to put it in one video because some stuff I know I probably missed, but I definitely feel like I covered pretty much majority of everything. Yeah. So that's basically, you know, my albinism story or whatever the case may be, and I'm just breaking it down for y'all. For some people who may not know what it is, what it stems from, I am here to help you understand it. And yeah, that's been my life experience on it. And honestly, as a grown woman, I can say I wouldn't change anything about having albinism. I wouldn't change it. You know, having albinism is a huge part of who I am, and like I said, it made me the woman I am today. So I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. That's all I can really say. Like I said, even though it struggles and stuff like that, it's just, everybody has a sad story. So it's like you either gonna just make yourself a success story, or you just gonna be that sob story forever. So that's just how I feel about it. Trust me, you're definitely way more than you think, and take you having albinism as a stepping stone to do something so great, whatever that may be. Don't let nobody tell you that you cannot do it, because you definitely can. You definitely can. So with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this Albinism Awareness Day YouTube video special. Yeah, so I had a lip change, but if you made it to the end of the video, you are OG, you're a real queen, and I appreciate you for that. Make sure on your way out that you like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, and if you have any AB queens and kings and your family members, be sure to please share it with them, you know. And I really hope you enjoy your Albinism Awareness Day, okay? And I think that's all for this video, y'all. So until next time, I will see you guys in my next video, and don't forget to embrace, showcase, and be your face.
Trust issues she got, only sipping Ciroc. Spent more than she made, now she doesn't like what she bought. Stressing over the luxurious things, but all the diamonds in the world doesn't make up a queen. Call me 19 times tonight, don't tell me you're fine. You got a beautiful smile, but a